Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. How a slider can save AI from itself. When we get a search result, including from AI, we wonder, is it accurate? Is it biased? Alas, too often it's not all we'd hoped it was. We can save AI from itself with a simple slider. On one end is novel. The response is novel. On the other end is standard. You can choose novel or standard, or using the slider anywhere in between. The novel end would be denoted by a spark icon, and the standard end by a stone icon. Both would tilt slightly upward, suggesting that the goal is improvement. To avoid premature foreclosure, the user could click a More button, which would suggest a follow-up query. The response would be based on where on the spark to stone continuum they clicked. It would be more novel if they chose spark, more standard if stone. We all want agency, and we want to trust. The spark to stone slider enhances both while being simple to understand, adding little friction but much agency and validity. Of course, spark to stone would need to be piloted. Here is one approach. 50 people who are mainstream users would get the standard interface, for example, Google's AI, and asked to type in, how do I keep to a good diet? What's a reasonable way to invest money? And how do I get more recognition for my work? They would rate the AI response as very useful, moderately useful, or not very useful. The other group would get the interface with spark to stone added. They'd be asked the same question. To assess the delight factor, they'd be asked to rate the experience with the 3 prompts, great or not great. To get qualitative data, the subjects could be asked to explain why, maybe offering 3 likely choices. Sometimes people don't know what they don't know, so the responses from the 2 groups would be reviewed by a diverse group of epistemic, that is, knowledge experts, to assess if the value added, if any, is worth the added cognitive burden to the user. They would also assess the extent and desirability of bias. Just maybe, this would help ensure that generative AI, like Google Gemini and ChatGPT, will be even more useful and trusted than they already are. I hope, against the odds, that AI researchers read and at least reflect on this. By the way, suggestions for the slider's appearance: the icons would be translucent gradient, the spark would go from light yellow to rich peach, the stone would descend from burgundy to midnight blue. The continuum line would go from yellow to blue, and it would be in a neutral font such as Trebuchet. In any event, I thank you for watching. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 36 books. Perhaps most relevant is Thought Experiments, but all 36 are on Amazon. In any event, thanks for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.